of 56 dropbacks. Tom Brady was pressured on 4 out of 30. I mean, they kept it clean. And I know people are talking about, well, they sped up his mechanics early, and he had some happy feet. Because, let me tell you something. What do you think would have happened if Brady was on? Oh, he would have gotten the ball out earlier. They were getting pressure on almost every down with 4 guys because he was missing both his offensive tackles and another offensive lineman. Both his offensive tackles are Pro Bowl caliber. So, like, everyone's like, Todd Bowles is a genius, and Todd Bowles is excellent. But he kept everything in front of them. Well, of course you're going to not blitz, send extra guys when you don't need to. What it meant was he was always on the run, and everyone was always covered. Nevertheless, I know he didn't throw a touchdown pass. He hit 2 receivers in the end zone in the face with the football. He hit another receiver in the end zone in the hands with the football. And by the way, Tyreek Hill went through his hands to hit him in the face. And by the way, all those plays, how many quarterbacks who ever lived could have even gotten the throw off, let alone that throw? He was on the run. Dudes were coming to kill him. One of the throws, he's parallel to the ground with Shaq Barrett on him. No one else could have made that throw, let alone delivered the ball accurately. And I'm not even bringing up Travis Kelce's drop on 3rd down for 16 yards. It's not that Patrick Mahomes, that there's no such thing as a better play that plays in the plays he made in that game. But he was the most spectacular player, I think, in the game. Events conspired to make him look, or to make the stats look bad.
Yeah, I think when you look at it, Patrick Mahomes certainly had a better season than Tom Brady. But in the end, Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers got the best of Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes' offensive line was horrible in that game. And going into the game, Shaq Barrett and JPP and Todd Bowles and that defense knew all we got to do is rush forward. We can drop everybody else. We can rally, tackle. We can apply pressure from our front 4, and we can get out of here with a W. And that's what they did. In the regular season, we saw what the Tampa Bay Buccaneers went up against in the Kansas City Chiefs and what they did to that secondary and Tyreek Hill. The game plan changed. The offensive line was bad. The defensive line for the Bucs were great. The secondary was great. They got the best of them. It's not even really a conversation to even argue if Brady is better than Mahomes. He got the best of them. Brady did what Brady was supposed to do. Let the defense win the game in the Super Bowl. I'll do what I need to do. I won't screw it up. And that's it. And Tom Brady wins the MVP because he played to a degree flawless. They didn't ask him to do too much. He did what he was supposed to do. And you go back and you look at the quarterbacks in the Super Bowls. Throwing for 400 and 500 yards, that's not how you win a Super Bowl. You win a Super Bowl because you play sound defense, your quarterback doesn't screw it up, and you run the ball effective. And that is what Tampa Bay did.
And Tom Brady's great on 3rd down. And this is actually a question I have for you, Key. This is a question I have for you. If Tom Brady was actually the better quarterback in that game, that's because he's doing little things that escape my eye compared to the spectacular, oh my God, did you see that plays, kind of play from Mahomes. What did Tom Brady do? Was Mahomes really kind of happy with his feet too early? Did they speed up his mechanics? Did he make lots of little mistakes? And was Tom Brady, you said flawless, was the story of the offense that he read the defense so quickly and got the ball out so fast? Because it seemed like, pressured on 4 out of 30 dropbacks, he had all the time in the world.
Well, pre-snap read, right? He understands what's getting ready to happen to him before the defense. And when he realizes, based on their recognition, that I can get the ball out quick, whether it was a screen, whether it was delivering the football down the field, whether it was throwing it to AB, he saw it before it happened because he's not asked to do a lot. He's only given a handful of plays that he can execute. The defense is what carried them. Tom Brady won the game and he got the MVP, but the defense in the playoffs is what carried the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, where, yes, they sped up Patrick Mahomes' delivery by rushing him, by getting in his head, by making him realize, I don't have much time to get rid of the football. I got to get rid of the football. When it's a jailbreak, all of a sudden he drops back, he hits the back foot, then he now has to run another 15 yards just to retrace. It took him almost 500 yards in that game to deliver footballs. He ran around 500 yards
with turf toe.
To deliver the football. That's unheard of. That's incredible and unheard of. Plus, Tom Brady historically is one of the guys in the National Football League who gets rid of the football the fastest. I believe He's in the top 5 of delivering the football the fastest.
I have a question not only for you, Key, but for you, Molly, okay? Because no one's trying to hear, if Stephen A. were here, he'd say, no one's trying to hear this from you, right? Mr. Cliff. But here's the question.
Well, you did say that.
If you swap.
You did say that.
I own it, you know?
Okay,
if you swap quarterbacks in that game, do the Bucs still win, and do they win by even more? See what I mean? Swap quarterbacks, same teams, but Brady's on Kansas City, who can't deal with the pressure at this point in his career.
It's a wrap, though.
It's a wrap.
Yeah,
right? Is it more of a blowout?
You put any quarterback in Kansas City in that situation.
But what I'm saying
is the Bucs are going to win.
Swap quarterbacks. Is it the same game? Is it more of a blowout, or is it less of a blowout?
I think it's probably about, the points could change a little bit. Maybe Tampa gets a little more points, but they certainly Kansas City's not going to win the game with the offensive line like that. It's just not going to happen in a lack of running game against that defense. Just not going to happen.
By the way, Molly, I don't want to make it sound like I'm hating on Brady.
Patrick Mahomes was terrible on third down, and obviously a lot of that had to do with the line, but I think he was like 4 of 12 on third down. He couldn't make anything happen.
He made everything happen. He needed a lot of help in that game, and he didn't get it. As I said,
I just referred to third down.
So let's take third down. One of those plays when they were pinned back, he hit the best pass-catching tight end in the game, a dude who's heading for the Hall of Fame, in his hands for 16 yards. He dropped it. Mahomes can't block for himself, run around, throw the ball, and catch the ball. He can't do everything. All he can do is play quarterback.
That's
and I think he did that overall this season, including the Super Bowl. When you add it all up, better than anyone.
I think 32 teams, to end this, Molly, I think 32 teams would take Patrick Mahomes. I don't think 32 teams would take Tom Brady right now in his career.
Well, clearly they wouldn't, because back in March, there were only 2 teams who would take Tom Brady, and that was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Chargers. So he only had 2 options. 30 teams chose to pass. But we can't underrate the experience of Tom Brady. Wait, hold on. Let me just say one thing. We can't underrate his experience and how cerebral the guy is in terms of the game of football. That has to count for something. I understand that Patrick Mahomes is way more athletic, talented, all of that. But just how the game slows down for anybody being such a veteran. What were you saying, Max?
I would say, well, number one, I'd say you have to forgive our Giants because we have Daniel Jones. So obviously, why would we want Tom Brady?
The dude still got diapers on.
All right. But,
man.
Yeah, so do a lot of second-year quarterbacks. They got better.
Patrick Mahomes kind of does, too.
I would say what you're referring to, Molly, about Tom Brady is exactly right. That's why he's on the level he's on at the age of 43, where we're sitting down, and Key's probably in the minority saying, yeah, Mahomes had a better overall season. The majority of people probably tell you Tom Brady, and it's for all the things you say. What I'm saying is all those things that Tom Brady has gets him to a certain level. And if you put him behind a line that has all day, receivers everywhere you look, a running back and a defense, and you put him against a quarterback, no matter who it is, Superman. Mahomes is Superman.
He's going to carve you up.
With no offensive line, of course they're going to win.
I mean, that's just the bottom line is Tom Brady, everything that he brings to the table outside of the football field is important. The locker room, how to prepare, all of those things are extremely important. I'm just talking about the skill set right now at his age versus Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes had a much better season. He really did.
No question. I was just saying that's the one area where I feel like Tom obviously has the advantage. We will leave it there, fellas. When we come back, plenty more debate on the way. Keyshawn sticking around here with us. The Nets are the odds makers' favorite to win the East this season. So which of the big 3 is now under the most pressure to get the job done? Big Perk joins us for that. Plus,